So, out of the three questions, the first one is what could NASA have done differently? I do think that there's a lot of things that they could have done. Number one, which I think is the most important, this is the one I'm going to talk about, is that they had plenty of opportunities to stop a launch like this. They knew that there was something off. They knew that they've had problems with this in the past, and they chose to do nothing. That is the biggest thing, is that they should not have chose to continue this mission. They knew that there was too many risks. Some of their head engineers came forward and told them that this was something that needed to be postponed. The second question about Roger, of course, he was in a tough situation. I also think that we need to think in his time, whistleblowing was not near as big of a thing. You didn't do that, especially so late in his career. It's really hard to whistleblow on something that you would never get a job again. He puts him in an incredibly hard position. But I do think there are things that he could have done, even if it wasn't going to the media or making it public. I still think that he should have fought harder within his own company. He shouldn't let it slide. He shouldn't have done whatever, because I feel like there's a line morally where you need to do something. It's different whether like they're taking more snacks in the kitchen versus whenever this mission could go absolutely wrong and put human lives at risk. And in this case, it definitely was that if he didn't get this fixed, which he didn't, lives would be lost. So I feel like you need to go to more extremes, but you can go to those extremes within your own workspace and still be okay. And what do I see as a future for engineering professional responsibilities? I still think that one of the biggest things is you have to have that line where you have to do something about it. We can see that more recently with people going out and whistleblowing and unleashing these huge operations and what's wrong with them and what's more not ethically right. We see a lot of these gain traction today. But we just need to make sure that we can find that balance of being loyal to your management and being loyal to yourself. Because I feel like if you break those morals in order to do what your management wants, then that's personally not a place that you should be. So I think that's exactly the situation Roger was put in, that he didn't feel like he could do anything. But I think morally and ethically speaking, it's not a good environment if you're not allowed to do what you think is morally right. So that's one thing I really think that we need to be able to protect and preserve, is the ability for people to speak out with management and whenever they disagree with management to build a company. And I do think that most of these tech companies that are super successful and they're growing rapidly, that is something that they've learned. But this is something that we really need to protect going forward. Because if this incident wasn't a perfect example of that, I don't know what is. That is what I got to say about that. Thank you. Bye-bye.